Hey guys, what's going on? MassiveJoes Weekly.
Ooh.
Do you notice I didn't even really say it then? I just quickly rambled through it.
Hey, you ran because did you know that I was going to hit him with the maroon? With the burgundy? Right to the face.
Maroon.
Do we call it maroon or burgundy? I feel like we have a little bit of a
maroon.
colour issue here at MassiveJoes because I feel like in the fuse it's called burgundy, but the hats are called maroon or whatever the fuck you want to
Because
say.
most people call it maroon, I think. Like, you look at like Queensland and New South Wales, Queensland are the Maroons.
Mm.
But who says maroon? It's maroon.
Maroon 5, mate. It's the name of a band.
Okay.
Anyway. Another delicious burgundy / maroon coloured intro to MassiveJoes Weekly Word, episode 164, Big Neve.
164 are the best.
We're clashing actually, because I got I was saying maroon. Is that what we're going with?
Yeah, it's
I got the maroon, you got the
maroon.
red. Maroon. You got the red.
I got a red.
Well, we're all fucked up. We've got all kinds of clash. I can't, like I'm colorblind, you know this, but I can even see these colors do not work.
Clashing.
Very similar, but kind of off a little bit. Anyway, topics of discussion. Neve.
All right, so we're back in stock. New products coming soon. WhatSupp, IFBB Pro League Clinic, MassiveJoes Show Podcast. Ask Neve.
Jam-packed episode of MassiveJoes Weekly Word, as you guys have come to expect. Let's get straight into it. First topic of discussion. Neve.
Back in stock. No hair.
It's not good today. That's why I'm wearing a hat.
Did you book in to see Rob?
Yeah, I did.
When are you
Friday,
going?
6 o'clock.
At night?
Yeah.
That's when I go.
Ah, boys' night.
But I see Junes.
June. Who the fuck is Junes? Is that another one of the barbers there? Oh, what's up, Junes?
Because Rob's not always available. So.
Well, it's good why you got to book in. You got to do the booksy thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I'm in a lot of trouble this week. I left it. I should have gone last. Well, I told you guys last week. I tried to get in. I couldn't get in, and I got fucked because I knew this week was going to be a disaster.
Yeah.
That's why I'm wearing the hat. But actually, you know, now that I've had the hat on, it actually doesn't look too bad.
No, it's not too bad.
So I might go hatless.
Yeah.
For the rest of it. Fuck
Nice.
it.
Nice.
Go down there. Let's go. First topic of discussion. Neve.
Back in stock.
Hit 'em, baby.
All right, so we got Domtide's ISO 100 all flavors.
All flavors, all sizes. ISO 100 back in stock.
Domtide's Super Mass Scanner, all flavors.
All flavors mass scanner from Super. Let's try that again. All flavors super mass scanner from Domtide's back in stock. What are you writing down there?
I just a task you asked me to do and I forgot.
Oh yes, thank you.
Ghost Legend, all flavors.
All flavors Ghost Legend also back in stock along with.
Ghost Pump, all flavors.
If you want to make that Ghost pre-workout stack.
Ghost
and then if you want to add the intra.
Amino Fruit Punch and Ghost Beer Sablé, all flavors.
There you go. Go 1, 2, 3. Go the pre, the pump, and the amino or BCAA, depending on which one you personally prefer. I'm having trouble with English. I'm really fucking. You know why? It's just shit. I can't even talk.
I thought it was the hat.
What's wrong with me?
I thought it was the hat was on too tight. It was crushing you. No, it was crushing your brain.
I think I got to go back to the hat. I think that might be the problem. I feel a bit unprepared and I can't even fucking English. Maybe I should do the rest of this episode in Italian or Dutch. I speak freaky deaky Dutch. The hollow boogie is making me sweaty.
Yep.
Put that one in the skin box.
Shut up. Staunch Pre-Zero Stim, all flavors.
Back in stock from Staunch, the Zero Stim. A lot of questions about Koala Freak. The distributor is out of stock, which means we are out of stock, which means there's no ETA because the distributor doesn't have an ETA. But when we do have one, you guys will be the first to know.
Hydro Shred, all flavors.
All flavors Hydro Shred back in stock along with
EHBab's Oxy Shred, all flavors.
all flavors Oxy Shred. But it's a fat burner frenzy at the moment.
And then Redcon 1 Total War, all flavors.
Back in stock in all available flavors, not the special limited edition because the limited edition no longer available, but the usual flavors of Total War back in stock.
Yep.
Next topic of discussion, Neve.
New products.
Hit 'em, baby.
All right, so Arms Race Nutrition.
Finally, the launch of Arms Race Nutrition, the harness pre-workout, the daily pump formula / non-stim pre-workout, the Vigor creatine-based muscle builder, and the Replenish EAA amino acids. All available. Unless actually by the time this video goes live, some of them may have already sold out.
Yeah.
The opening deal sold out, so you can't get that. But the rest of the products are available now.
EHP Labs Oxy Shred Orange Gummy.
Oh, your WhatSupp from last week.
Yeah.
Available.
Nice. Yep.
In
very
stock.
nice.
You still using it?
No, I've finished it.
Ooh. Now
Good.
what? Back to Ghost Burn.
No, I actually did have another type of Oxy Shred.
Oh.
So I'm currently using the Melon.
Oh.
Melon.
So the orange gummy wasn't really that good.
It was, but you know me, I
like
don't
to
mind.
mix it up.
I'm quite
You like
partial.
what you
I'm
like.
quite partial to the free tub.
Yep.
Saw one in the kitchen. No one was using it.
Yep.
Neve used it for his morning pre.
Next minute, writes Neve on the lid,
Yeah.
along with Neve's "Go fuck yourself."
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Yep.
If you try and take a scooping
Mhm.
without asking me,
Yeah.
claiming it,
Well, that's the thing around here. You have to claim it.
you do.
It goes missing.
I don't put my sups in the kitchen anymore because people always take them. You know.
No, well, I started putting my sups in the drawer.
Nah,
And you know what? This morning, walked in, sup from the drawer was now on top of my desk.
Wow.
Was it you?
No, it wasn't me.
It
I was
was-
going to say this morning, so I had an open tub of Ghost Burn here.
Yeah.
And I took it home with me last night, and I get to the office this morning, and everyone's like, "Where's the tub of Ghost Burn?" I'm like, "It's mine, motherfuckers."
Yeah, I know.
I took it to my casa,
Because I was using that.
so I can take it before cardio in the morning, bitch.
I was using the Skywalk
Yeah.
and had that in my drawer along with my peanut butter because people love using my peanut butter too.
Yeah.
You know how I can tell the peanut butter? Because I use a spoon and there's fucking fork marks in it.
Ooh. Someone's attacked the PB with a fork.
I reckon it's you.
Nah, I got my own. I use the crunch. I don't like the smooth shit. I like the crunch.
It mixes the same in a blender bottle.
We're so off topic at the moment.
All right,
What are we talking about?
Team J Apparel Sculpt 7/8 tights.
Yes, 2 new colours in the Sculpt 7/8 tights are going live this Friday. The Mauve, is that how you pronounce that?
Mauve.
Mauve and olive. And also, forgot to mention actually, a back in stock, a restock in all sizes of the ever popular black Sculpt tights. Also available.
Yep.
Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Coming soon. All right, so we've got First Form coming mid-September.
Yeah, it looks like it's a couple of weeks away now.
Yep.
So very close.
Force Element Night Ops and Force Element Fight Through.
Yeah, the sleep
Mid-September.
formula from Force Element and the non-stim pump formula also around the middle of September.
Team J Apparel 100 Magna Carta Muscle Tank.
Launching next Friday, next week.
You know what's annoying for this?
What's that?
Is I can't wear it because I have non-existent arms at the moment.
Oh, yeah, from the torn pec.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still bigger than Josh's arms, but anyway.
Yeah.
Team J Apparel Oversized Warm-Up Tee.
The week after next. Yeah. You can definitely wear that one.
You know what I'm liking about this
What's
look?
that?
Is it looks like you've got a side fringe.
A side fringe.
Like, put your head, see there? Like,
Oh, it looks like it's cut. in
no, the shadow looks like a side fringe.
Fuck it, I'm going hat off again. Let's see if I can speak English.
You look a bit like Aaron Carter from the Backstreet Boys.
Ooh. Backstreet back.
Um,
All right.
Team J Apparel Oversized Warm-Up Tee.
Week after next launching.
And Team J Apparel 3-peat Understated Singlet.
Launching 3 Fridays from this Friday. 2 Fridays from this Friday. Fuck, I don't know. The week after the oversized tees launch.
You know what makes me laugh?
Up in there. What's that?
Is like, remember, like, the T is like 100, like number 100, HUNID, Magna Carta Muscle Tank. Like,
You know who comes up with these names?
Leah, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not knocking the names. I'm saying like 3-peat Understated Singlet.
Yeah.
You can tell that Leah is like very,
Attention to detail.
no, not attention to detail, it's very
Creative? Yeah.
Because remember when you and I tried to name shit, it's like the boss singlet.
The boss.
Everything
Singlet like a boss.
everything we wanted to be called the boss.
That's because that was
Ricky
when
Ross.
Rick Ross
Yeah.
was like, he was on fire. Speaking of Rick Ross being on fire, his new album is fucking good.
But-
Very good.
But yeah, I'm just saying, I'm glad Leah's taken over the names because
Yeah.
they're actually great names, whereas everything would be like a boss,
Like
boss
a boss.
V2,
Yeah.
like a boss, the boss of boss.
The biggest boss we've seen thus far.
Oh, God.
But we're going to get in trouble with Hugo Boss at some point,
Yeah.
for sure. Anyway, next topic of discussion, Neve.
What's up?
Fuck, what a shit show. All right, you going first?
What's up?
Yeah.
I actually have no clue, so you go.
Okay. My what's up for this week, no surprises here. It's going to be a product from Arms Race
No, I've
Nutrition.
got it.
And it's going to be Daily Pump. I am loving the shit out of Daily Pump at the moment, guys. It is, oof. Oof.
Good.
All I'm going to say is I have already recorded the raw review. And in the raw review, I do say towards the end that I think it is in the rotating, I said in the raw review top 5, the rotating top 3 pump formulas of all time. And for those of you interested to know, because I don't mention other products in raw review unless I'm directly doing the comparisons, for those of you interested to know what that rotating top 3 is, it's Ghost Pump, it's Core Pump, and it's Daily Pump. Those are the rotating top 3. I will also mention that we did record a Sup Wars this week, Neve, where we put them head to head.
Yep.
Now, for those of you who recall, Dilip, please insert preview at this point of what happened when Ghost Pump went up against Core Pump right now. Round 5 goes to Ghost Pump. It's 2.5 to 2.5. Neve, what have we done? Really? A tie? Shit. Do we need to wait the rounds? Is this the point where we need to go back and wait the rounds?
No, it's bullshit. It's a tie.
I'm not even sure if you wait the rounds that makes that big a deal, because Ghost wins on paper, which is an important round. Pump wins flavors, which is, not that important, but...
Price.
And it wins price, which is important. Then...
By a long way, though. But it wins it by a long way.
It does. It smashes it. Then Ghost... Well, it's a tie for effects. We decided that was a tie, which is really the most important.
Because you get 50% more serves in Pump, pretty much. 50, value for money, 50% more serves.
You do it at the same price, and you get 28 serves in Pump versus 20 in Pump.
Pump and Pump.
28 in Core versus 20 in Ghost. I don't think we can split. Is there any other way we can split them?
No.
I mean, the Ghost labels look nicer.
Yeah, well, they do. We've been over that.
And we got the custom lid as well, and the scoop on top and shit.
The little scoop just sits there on the top, and you don't have to get your fingers.
It's a nice experience, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
I'm not going to say what happened when Ghost Pump went up against Daily Pump. But let's just say that those are the 3 best pump formulas on the planet right now. And I have been loving the fuck out of Daily Pump over the last week. The tart candy strings, oof.
Yep.
The 2 scoops, oof.
Yep.
It's almost too much. I'm happy that they haven't put agmatine or norvaline in there, because I get so pumped that I want the pumps to subside. That's how pumped it is.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
All right.
Big fan.
I'm actually going to chuck in a different pump product.
Yeah.
I've started hitting legs a little bit more seriously this week.
The legs.
Been doing a bit of hack squat.
Yeah.
Walking lunges.
The hack squat.
Those kind of exercises, throwing them back in. So I've strayed away from just pin loaded. I've
Yep.
chucked hydraulic back into my workouts.
Ooh, good one.
Pumps have been unreal.
Good one.
Because I haven't been using a pump.
Yeah.
I've been using OxyShred.
Yeah.
Just because that's
your problem.
No,
right
because
there.
that's what I've got at home, and
Yeah.
I haven't bought a pre-workout to take home. So I've been using OxyShred as my pre-workout, but then it's been awesome stacking that with hydraulic because it's got your beta-alanine in there, and just how you're struggling with that, aren't you?
I'm not happy with
just
it.
how
you
well
know how pedantic I am with my hair.
Just how well dosed
Oh,
the
I
hydraulic
also
is,
want
that it does stack tremendously well with a fat burner as well.
Yeah.
But pumps have been awesome in terms of quad days of pumps have been painful.
Yeah. And the reason why, because the viewers are probably going to go, Joe, why is hydraulic not in your rotating top 3 pump formulas? Because it's not. Because the pumps are good, but they're not rotating top 3 worthy. But hydraulic is a much better non-stim pre-workout than the 3 of those that I've listed. Much more complete from a non-stim pre-workout perspective.
Right, there you go.
Next topic of discussion, Neve.
IFBB Pro League Posing Clinic.
Oh, it's gone down, guys. Next Saturday, September 7, at the Hit Center. We've actually created an event for it. So link is in the description box with full event details for those of you who are interested. Make sure you respond to the event, click going, so then we know how many people are coming. It's going to be an awesome event. Starts at 12 noon at the Hit Center next Saturday, September 7. We've got Michael Booner, IFBB Pro League Australia head judge, coming down for it. So you know that the information that you're going to get is absolute primo. Did you know most other federations, I don't like to shit on other federations, because me personally, I've competed with a lot of them. IMBA, ICN, WBFF, fucking WBFF back when that was a thing. No, WNBF.
Yeah.
Fucking, just name an acronym.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But most other federations, the competitors don't even know who the head judge is. Who's the head judge of ICN? Who's the head judge of WBFF? Who's the head judge of AMB? No one fucking knows. Everyone knows who the head judge is of IFBB Pro League Australia. It's Michael Booner, and he is coming down next Saturday, September 7th, for the posing clinic to tell you guys everything you need to know about what the judges are looking for when you're on stage presenting the physiqua. Don't miss it. Links in the description box with full event details. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
MassiveJoes Show podcast.
Ooh, yes. We have a podcast, for those of you who are unaware. Our podcast is available on all good podcasting platforms, but most people know that. The one thing I wanted to speak about that most people don't know is we film the podcasts. And we have a separate YouTube channel.
I don't know why you do that.
For the podcast.
Put it on this channel.
Well, this is, you know, I keep having this debate with the fucking IT guys.
I've been saying it repeatedly.
And they're like, nah, keeping its own channel.
But nobody knows about it.
Keeping its own fucking channel. Well, listen, do you want to make the decision?
I've tried. I made the decision 2 months ago and nobody fucking did anything about it.
Do you think that we're live now? Well, not live, but we're on camera.
No, I honestly think that he needs to be on the Massive. This doesn't need to be on here, but
I think it does need to be on here because I feel like this is a good insight to the people about the decisions that get made here at MJHQ.
Because if like, for example, if somebody is making something, you don't go make a sub-brand and then create it under that. If you've got an award-winning 100 subscribers, it's where people go. Yeah. You put it on that channel. You don't go make a sub-channel with 42 subscribers that nobody even knows about.
I think there's 42 subscribers.
You know what I'm saying? It's
I know what you're saying. I agree with you. I have the fights with the fucking IT professionals here over at ITL, and they think they've got their own bloody government over there.
Yeah.
I think they run their own fucking show. Someone just pulled up in some beast of a car here at MJH. You hear that?
No, I want to go through it.
Fucking hell! Hold on, I'm just gonna have a quick check because we're making this decision right now. I don't give a fuck. 710 subscribers.
Yeah.
Call it, Neve.
Put it on this channel.
Boom. Done. In that case, this topic is completely irrelevant.
Yeah.
But we do have an awesome...
If you want to go watch the past ones...
Yeah, that's where you're going to go. Or, you know, it's a podcast, so you are supposed to listen to it. So just search for The Massive Joes Show on your favorite podcasting platform. We're on all of them. iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Listen In, Tune In, all of them. Yeah. We're everywhere. We just send that shit out on all the platforms and you can listen to it. But the one place that we do enjoy people listening to it is iTunes because we've been charting on iTunes, top 30. Pretty much every episode we drop now goes top 30. So, you know, the more of you who listen to it on iTunes, the higher it's going to chart.
Yeah.
So if you have an option to listen to it on iTunes, listen to it on iTunes.
Yep.
Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Ask Neve.
Hit 'em, baby. 9 questions for Ask Neve this week, Big Neve.
Pierre back?
Let's jump straight. Pierre is back. He has the 9th and final question. Starting with my good man, Phil Spencer. What's up, fellas? Phil here from Chester in the UK. Firstly, I'm looking forward to the MassiveJoes Challenge, having hit a bit of a slump with my nutrition and fitness recently, so bring it on. Oh, Phil, man, you are going to love it. Love it. My question this week is another business question. It relates to expectation versus compromise. Ooh, I like this already. I find myself constantly striving for perfection and setting myself unachievable goals in work because perfection can never really be achieved. I can never really be truly happy with the end goal. There is always something I reflect could have been done better and left with a feeling of disappointment. No matter what I achieve, the feelings of satisfaction are temporary. There is always more to do be accomplished. I now feel I need to lower my expectations or compromise, but as a perfectionist, this is not easy. So my question is, have you ever known or know, have you ever known someone who feels like this? And in your general life and business, what's non-negotiable for you? What would you never compromise on? As always, stay massive.
I think execution is key, and being able to execute tasks and get them out there is more important than something being 100% spot on perfect.
The problem with perfection is perfection in the eye of the beholder. So if your version of perfection does not meet someone else's version of perfection, it's never going to be perfection.
Because like I've found in terms of business, in terms of like the gym and also at MassiveJoes is, and probably with you as well, is something that you look at and focus on and think that it's the be all and end all, is getting the text exactly right. But not obviously the big things like MassiveJoes Challenge, for example. Let's just use that as an example because you mentioned in there, is that MassiveJoes Challenge is the content. You want the content to be like very, very good. But I mean, the thing is perfect is obviously, as you just said, in the eye of the beholder. But you want that to be awesome. But then the little things that I think a lot of people take too much time with, like the fonts and the colors and the layouts and these kind of things that can hold you up a week because you didn't quite like the layout and you wanted this above here and this over here. And I know perfectionists that do spend a lot of time doing that. You could have done so much more in that time that you've spent fucking around with like the layouts and the fonts and those kind of things. So yeah, I think that things can always be revised sometimes, as we just said, is the end consumer sometimes isn't going to notice those little things.
Yeah.
And they're not going to notice like that attention to detail that I've just mentioned.
Correct.
And I think a lot of the time, especially in business, is you want to keep moving forwards and keep progressing. And sometimes I think it's good just to get something out there that is. I'm not saying get something shit out there and just fucking not check your spelling and not have good content and stuff, but get it out there, and then you can always go back and re-release it and update it and
make it better.
The
thing is, Phil, and Phil knows this anyway, right? But for the viewers, the thing is you mentioned it. You said execution is key. Execution is everything. If you are unable to execute, you never get anything done. You'll sit there and brew over ideas and iterate and make things better and so on and so forth, but you never actually fucking get anything done. Because perfection is in the eye of the beholder, the way you need to approach it, Phil, is you need to set very hard deadlines, and those become your non-negotiables. You have to produce the best quality work that you can within the time period that you have, making sure that you meet those deadlines. Once the deadlines have been met, you put the product or the service out into the market, you take the feedback from the people who matter, which are your customers or your audience, then you iterate, make things better, get to the next deadline, produce the best piece of quality work that you can while meeting that deadline, so on and so forth, repeat, rinse, keep going forward.
That's where like even stuff such as like the TMJ Apparel just popped into my head.
Yeah.
It's like the first apparel we ever did was just on Gildan tees with the print on the front. It was a shit fit.
Yeah.
So something like that, you're like, all right, well these tees are a bit shit. Let's next run. But I mean, it was good. Like it was good to begin with, and
well, we got something out into the market.
Yeah, and we loved it, and we got a response from that as well. And that's sometimes good just to gauge the response.
Yeah.
If we didn't sell any of those first T-shirts, then all right, nobody is interested in wearing Team MassiveJoes stuff. But then the next one we went back and like, all right, well let's get a bit better quality T-shirt, or you can make adjustments like, all right, the logo faded a bit. All right, next time let's go to a new supplier, or let's get a better fit, and then all right, next one let's get a personalized like size tag, and let's add a hem tag, and then let's put it into a TMJ branded plastic bag, and those kind of things. As each time is progressed and gotten better and better till you look at the quality of the apparel that we're currently doing now. But when you look back, 5 years ago, 6, 7 years ago, is the quality of it wasn't anywhere near what it is now. But if we had have waited until everything was perfect, you would have missed out on everything.
But the problem is, man, is nothing's ever going to be perfect.
Well, it's not.
Right? Perfection is unattainable because it changes person to person.
But it does.
The only way that you can, you know what the key...
That's what I was going to say to you, is that something like, not everyone is going to like everything. And that's the thing, I think something businesses focus way too much on, is catering on individuals, where you need to cater on what you think, and people will listen, or if people don't like it, then they're not going to go and buy your stuff. But the thing is, if you go and cater that, this T-shirt was a little bit tight on Joe's shoulders, we've got to make the shoulders wider, or well, what about the 15 other people that loved it? I mean, okay, we're not going to do red anymore because Jared said he doesn't like the color red and send us an email. All right, we're going to stop red, but we've had 200 other people want to buy it. Okay, it's not perfect for that person, but all these other people over here love it. We're going to take something off the menu at our restaurant because somebody didn't like it and left a bad review that it was too something, but all the other people liked it. So, as you just said, is perfection is in the eye of the beholder, but it's also perfection is in the eye of the end consumer as well.
No, but the end consumer is the beholder. That's what I'm saying. In any business, you're either trying to sell a product or a service to a customer. The customer gets to decide how close it is to perfection, which means the only way you can ever get close to perfection is to execute, take things to market, listen to feedback, iterate, and improve.
But everyone's going to have different, and that's what you're saying, is everyone's going to have different levels of perfection.
Correct.
Because I've seen some things that people have released, and people are like, fuck, this is amazing. I'm like, well, that's pretty shit.
That's right.
But other people fucking love it.
So I think that's how you need to approach it, Phil, is you need to focus on executing, getting things out into the market, listening to people's feedback, making them better, and approaching perfection, which you'll never achieve because the goalposts of perfection are always changing and are always in the eye of different beholders. So you can't, there's not one golden, standard for perfection that everybody's going to agree upon.
Yeah.
But you have to execute. You have to get things out there. Blaine Larkins. Hey guys, Blaine here from Kentucky in the USA. My question is kind of a 2-for-1. Firstly, I was wondering how the recovery from the torn pec is coming along and when we might see the vanilla gorilla back in the gym working on some upper body again.
So Tuesday, it's currently Thursday, but Tuesday 2 days ago was 7 weeks. And then it's just 5 more weeks of really just resting. I mean, pretty much is at the moment just working on range of motion, which is pretty much back to where it needs to be. And then I can start doing stuff. But legs I've been hitting 3 times a week, which has been good. But another 5 weeks of no upper body work. So. And
then we'll start seeing you ease back in with the 2-kilo dumbbells.
Yeah.
Hoping for the best for you, man. Secondly, I'm soon to be back in the gym myself after having a surgery to repair a torn ab.
Ooh.
Given both, that would be so bad. Could you imagine? Because you use your abs in like you don't even notice, but you use them so many things. I'm using them right now, just bracing myself, trying to get up close to the camera. Given both of your experiences with injuries and coming back into the gym after the fact, what is your best advice for me? Thanks and stay massive.
As Joe said, it's ease into it.
Yeah, man.
That's probably you can't go back into going 100% again.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the beauty of muscle memory, is things will come back pretty quickly after a few weeks. So, yeah, even if you just take sort of, your time to come back and don't go back doing what you were doing before you were injured is, take your time.
Take it, just slow and steady wins the race, man. It's the tortoise
and
here we go again with the English. It's the tortoise and the hare. Be the tortoise. Devin Foley. Hey guys, Devin from San Jose, Cali in the US of A. A question for each of you this week. Neve, first, what is the most important thing you have learned since joining with the Hit Center? For Joe, would you trade all of TMJ for a career in the NBA? Keep crushing it. Thank you.
I'm going to go back and say that probably the answer I just gave to Phil Spencer was probably a massive thing that I've actually learned. Is with the Hit Center, there's a lot of things that we've implemented over time, and it's probably something that I've learned from my business partner as well, is that, everything's not going to be perfect the first time. Get something out into the market, and then we can go and revise later on. But, and also, that's probably a big thing I've learned. It's also, I've learned that I know nothing.
You know what? I've just had a brainwave. You know how we're shooting another episode of the MassiveJoes Show podcast tomorrow?
Yeah.
And I gave you the topic. I think we need to change the topic.
Oh, it doesn't really matter because I haven't even looked at it, to be honest.
I think the topic needs to be execution is everything.
Yeah, can be.
I reckon it's on. I feel inspired by Phil's questions and Devin's questions now.
Yeah.
Anyway, Devin's question for me: would you trade all of TMJ for a career in the NBA? No. Because I'm a realist and I know that my career, if I ever made it to the NBA, my career would almost be over by now.
You'd be like Shaq though and own 27 KFCs.
Oh, mate. Tip of the iceberg. You know what I'm saying? No, there's no way. This is the thing with with professional sports people. You know, when I think you would probably agree with this, when you're kind of young and you're coming up, it's like that's what you want to be, like a pro footballer or a basketballer, or like that's the dream, right? And then
the problem is it's still the dream.
Still the dream. But then as you get older, you realize that like professional sports people, their career is over by the time they're 40.
Well, it's interesting because...
and then what the fuck are you going to do for the next 50, 60 years of your life? Like that, it's such a short period of your career. And this is why so many professional sports people have nothing. Like after they're done playing the sport, there's nothing, unless they get into like commentating or media or some shit, which is on a steep decline anyway, as we know, there's nothing for them.
It's very interesting this week, obviously, the AFL season just finished last weekend, or the home and away season just finished last weekend, and finals start this week. But it's seeing the people that have retired, and now they're like, I've just had to write my first job resume, and going for my first job interview and stuff like that is, unless you've really been smart, which obviously some guys are very smart with their money, but other guys are...
Most are not. The big percentage of pro sports people, once they retire from the sport that they were professional in, have zero skills outside of that sport, haven't made enough money during their playing career to sustain them for the rest of their lives, unless you're a top, US-based sports player or European-based sports player, if you're talking about soccer, football, so on and so forth. The vast majority of them are in between a rock and a hard place. So I definitely would not. D-Walker Fitness. Hello guys, it's Damien from Stoke in the UK. My question this week is, how long would you recommend bulking for to see real change in a physique? I won my first show a few weeks back and I have my second show in 11 weeks. I want to focus on building my physique after and take time away from competing. Thank you guys and stay massive.
I think what you've done in the past, like sort of 1 year compete, next year have off, is every sort of second year. Is it?
No.
You know?
No, I disagree. If you look at my career as in physique-based sports, bodybuilding and men's physique, what I did was, so I did my first lot of comps when I was a teenager. So teenager, junior, 18, 19, 20, 21. So I did 4 years in a row. And there was one season where I did 2 shows in a year. And then I didn't compete for 5 years. I didn't come back until I was 26. Was when I came back and then started men's physique. And then I did back to back until I won my pro card. And once again, I did a year where I did season A and season B. And then when I turned pro, like I've done the same thing, is I've taken, by the time I compete again, it's going to be over 2 years. So every time that I've really needed to kind of level up my physique, I've taken at least a couple of years away from competing.
Isn't that what a year on and year off means? 2 years?
Yeah, but I never did that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I know it's not
Yeah,
the question.
I've taken like big blocks of time.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Actually, it's going to be, if depending on when my next show is, which I have yet to confirm, it's going to be at least 30 months.
Okay, I think my answer, Joe, didn't quite understand what I was saying.
Yeah, I didn't.
So what Joe's done at the moment is he's taken this year and he's had next year off and then he's competing again. So as I was trying to say, is every second year to have a year or almost 2 years to grow. A good year off season, minimum 18 months off season to grow. Because, and I'll use Joe as an example, is when he competed back in 2016 to 17 when you were doing season A and B and competing so frequently together, is your physique didn't change.
It makes no progress. The only thing that changes is your condition.
Your condition got better, which ended up with you becoming pro because your condition matched what you had. And you focused on what you could.
Correct.
But you haven't made gains like you've made since this off season and being in a surplus and getting heavier again. So definitely, that 1 year on, 1 year off, 1 year on, which gives you 2 years, which is why I said 1 year on, 1 year off, gives you 2 years between competitions, I think is the best thing probably. That's the thing is we see a lot of, I don't obviously know your status in terms of natty or non-natty as well, but a lot of non-natties I see, natural lifters, is you see them just compete so often and they stay so lean and they just never build muscle. And similar to what happened to you before is they came in leaner and they're conditioning. But that's the thing is they focus on conditioning. And they really have to because they haven't made any improvements on their muscular size in the most part. There's obviously exceptions, but
man, like even non-natural, you see guys that compete every year, and the difference in their physique is so minimal.
It's also how they train, I guess.
It literally all comes down to time in caloric surplus. You can fucking talk about flexible dieting and fucking whatever the fuck you want to talk about. I don't care how you frame it. The truth is, if you're not in caloric surplus, you will not build a sufficient amount of muscle. You just won't do it. So all of these fuckers that compete 2 times a year, 3 times a year, once every year, and wonder why they're making no progress, it's because you're not spending enough time in caloric surplus. Even if you compete once a year, let's say you do season B every year, by the time you spend 20 weeks dieting, let's say you're a dumbass and only reverse diet for fucking 10 weeks, right? That's 30 out of 52 weeks. You can only possibly spend 20-ish weeks in a caloric surplus. How many gains do you think you're going to make, natural or non-natural, in 20 weeks?
Not much.
Fucking nothing. Nothing. Whereas if you compete once every 2 years, that 20 weeks becomes 70 weeks. because you can spend a full 52 weeks of a year extra in caloric surplus before you even need to think about dieting, reverse dieting, all that bullshit. It literally, whether you're natural, non-natural, fucking, the principles are exactly the same. You have to be in caloric surplus for a sufficient period of time to make gains.
And just the sort of a keyword that sort of popped out is very bulking.
Yeah.
And I definitely wouldn't bulk in what is in the traditional sense.
Yeah.
Is being a slight calorie surplus.
Yeah.
But definitely don't bulk to what some people do.
Yeah, don't get, you know, like stupid, don't go full Lee Priest.
Yeah.
And get stupid fat for the sake of getting stupid fat.
Yeah.
Alan Kim. Hey guys, a huge thank you for always answering my questions. Alan, man, that's what we try to do, man. We try to answer every fucking question. I'm 39 years old and aches and pains are coming more often and frequently. Joint pain, muscle strains, tendon, ligament pain, etc., etc. With my age, after years of lifting for body comp and at times strength, do you think supps alone can help alleviate a lot of the issues? Or is it time to maybe refocus my training style and or goals? 39. Fucking Alan, bro, you're young.
Yeah, definitely I think there's certain products such as like Core Flex or Action Stage Elbow Grease, products like that can definitely help with your joint and ligament health, etc.
Yeah.
I just think a lot of people, I mean, it really depends on your style of training.
Yeah.
I mean, even when I was 25, doing a lot of like jumping and stuff, like my knees didn't keep up because it was just a lot of stress on the joints and stuff.
Yeah.
So obviously training to some degree has an impact on your joints and those kind of things. And if you constantly day after day or week after week is like a lot of forceful impact or heavy squatting and you're not having a sort of a deload week, those are the times when, yeah, right, maybe don't change your training, but just look at times of more rest or deload or change up your training a little bit, just to make those kind of changes. Yeah, Joe said obviously at 39, I wouldn't really say you're over the hill at 39.
You're coming into your prime, brother.
Yeah, probably another thing as well is if you are getting muscle strains and then those like sore body parts as well, is probably your prehab probably isn't up to scratch.
You know, and that's what it is, Alan. It is, you know, I'm in my 30s, well, we're both in our 30s now. It's just a little bit more focus on warming up correctly, on taking supplements that are going to support general health and well-being, ligament supplements, joint support supplements. It's just that little bit more focus on taking care of your body. That when you're, you know, in your 20s, teenagers in your 20s, maybe by the time you hit your late 20s, but early 20s definitely, you just don't give a fuck about. You can go into the gym cold, you don't give a fuck about warming up, you go do max sets, you don't care about joint supplements because you just never get sore, right? And your recovery, because you're young, is just so fucking quick.
Yeah.
You know, as you get older, it's just about it's not even like a change in focus, it's just an increase in awareness of actually taking care of the machine. Isn't it?
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yep.
Gums13. Hey guys, Stu from Ebbelvale, South Wales in the UK. Thanks for answering all these questions every week. You're more than welcome, Stu. It's our absolute pleasure, man. My question this week is, do either of you ever take a break from the gym? For example, when on holiday or vacation?
No.
No.
Sometimes I'll find that, like, if I'm a bit run down or like just not really mentally there, I'll have a night off.
Yeah.
But I mean, that might be once every couple of weeks, let's say, but then I'll just go the next night.
Yeah.
Even when I'm on holiday, I'll still go.
I like training when I'm on vacation.
Because I like training in different gyms.
Yeah. Different scenery.
The last two holiday vacations I've been on that I can remember is like Thailand and then Bali.
Yeah.
And then both of them, I went and got a casual pass for a week pass, and I went every day or every second day and walked around a lot. And that's the thing, because it's so like those kind of places as well, because it's warm and stuff, is obviously when you're in a singlet and sort of like Nikes or whatever, because you're walking around and stuff. I mean, I'm kind of still in that fitness mindset, and I still take my supps over there as well, like Fat Burner or BCAA to drink on and stuff like that. So I kind of don't just go there and switch off. I mean, but that's probably just a big thing as well because of me, is because fitness is and always has been such a big part of my life. It's
lifestyle, man.
It's a lifestyle. So it's not something I just, because I'm away, I automatically turn into a slob. I'm in a different location, really. So.
Neon Valor. Hey guys, Taish from the ADL here again. Sorry about the weird question that threw you off last week. Let's try something more in the TMJ wheelhouse. I'm relatively new to working out and lifting, so I'm interested in your thoughts and or advice on knowing when you're experiencing a mental block versus your body giving you genuine signals to slow down, and top tips for handling both.
You can definitely do more than what your body is telling you to do. I'd say most of the time it is a mental thing in terms of the amount of reps you can do. Or
always. I was listening to David Goggins' piece of content, and he said that when your mind tells you that you're done, you're about 40% done. So you're not even at the half. When your mind tells you to slow down, you're not even halfway of what your body can do.
But it's all the time is your mind is always going to give you the easy way out as well.
It's human nature, man.
Yeah, even something as simple as last night. Like last night, my mind kept telling me, and it was only something as simple as going for a walk. But my mind just kept saying, no, I'll just sit on the couch, I'll fucking watch TV, I'll watch the block, because I was watching the block, and then ended up getting up and going for an hour walk. But that was the thing is, obviously your mind, not just in terms of signals to slow down, but your mind will try and get you not to do the work as well. So it's over overcoming that mental block of doing it and just getting out there and doing it. But I think in the gym a lot of times is, obviously you'll find out when the muscle's fatigued because you legit can't stand up or can't squat down and get back up. But a lot of the time when you think that you're finished, you can get 5 more reps or get 2 more reps. But that's the time as well you need to have that mental strength as well to do your drop sets, to do your rest pauses, those kind of things, and try and intensify your workout to get more reps out. Because if you rest 10 seconds and get another 3 or 4 reps, you got to do that. If you drop weight by 40% down to your 60% of your working weight, and you're about to get another 6 to 10 reps out.
I think really the only genuine signals that your body is going to give you to slow down are either injuries or sickness. And in which case it's usually not a slowing down, it's the fact that you're not taking good enough care of your body, either with an injury perspective, through prehab, rehab, so on and so forth, warming up, cooling down. From a sickness perspective, not resting enough, not getting enough nutrients in, so on and so forth. Tristan Sarunic. What's up, fellas? I hope you're both doing well. This is Tristan from the ADL, by the way. My question this week is in regards to making a particular supplement company a part of the MassiveJoes enterprise. What process has to take place in order for MassiveJoes to stock a particular brand? Do you have to contact them? Do they have to contact you? Are there particular aspects or values that have to be present for you to even consider stocking their products? I ask because there are many successful companies over in the States, particularly which you do not carry. Cheers, Tristan.
There's a number of things that obviously we look at. One is, what is the brand? Does it have a reputation as being a good seller? That's a big thing as well. If Ghost, when Ghost was launched or became available for us to purchase, it did have the name in the industry already, and it had those kind of things. So it was something which is sort of an easy product that we'd pick up. A lot of the time we get hit up by brands which have just been created overnight, and the thing is they don't really have any market presence. They're just another brand. Which makes it very hard to sell. When at the end of the day you're in the business to sell products, and when Ghost burn, you can go and move, let's just put a number out there, 500 units of Ghost burn a month, compared to a brand new product that nobody's ever heard of, and you have to put a lot of time and effort into it, and marketing and doing all this kind of stuff, and you might sell 5 units a month. Is you're going to put time into brands that are well known and people want, rather than trying to push a no-name brand that nobody's ever heard of. In terms of what you said about companies in the States that are successful, a lot of things is, for example, like the formulas might not comply. A lot of the time we hit up companies that we do want to stock, and their price just isn't there for us to buy at a wholesale level. When you factor in the conversion rate, factor in shipping, factor in tax, all these kind of things, a pre-workout is going to cost $99.95 for us to sell on the market to look at making the margins we need to make, which nobody's going to buy it. So it's great having a successful company, but nobody's going to buy it if it's $100 for a pre-workout.
Correct.
What we look for is obviously the brands that do want to work with us, a mutually beneficial partnership. So ones that obviously will help us with marketing, not just looking for us to use MassiveJoes social media or MassiveJoes YouTube or Instagram to try and build your brand, but what can you give back to us? And there's no point, and I think we've said this before in videos, but there's no point in us going and stocking Zebra Labs pre-workout if it's just going to take sales away from another pre-workout we've got. It's just product switching. We want to see how can that business help us bring new customers in. I'm sure I missed stuff, but...
Well, my view is, mine's pretty simple, Tristan. I always consider our customers. I consider the end consumers when I'm looking at new brands. Is this a brand that is going to benefit our customers in some way? Is it a cool brand? Are the products unique? Are the formulas new? Are the formulas good? Is the price where it needs to be? I'm always putting myself in the shoes of our customers, our fans, our followers, because without you guys, we don't have a business. So that's point number one. Point number two is I'll then look at the people involved in the brand, because we're at a stage now with the MassiveJoes business where we can pretty much pick and choose who we do and don't do business with. I'm not interested in doing business with people I don't like, straight up. And I've made pretty bold calls in the past that you have been a part of, where I'm like, yeah, I just don't like them. I'm not interested in doing business with them because I think they're a fuckwit. So that's another thing that I'll consider. Who are the actual people behind the brand? Do we actually want to do business with these guys? Is it going to be an enjoyable, beneficial? Can I trust them? Is a big one. Can I trust them?
I think that's a big thing as well. Is friendships or relationships.
Of course, it's everything.
Is there someone that we have a close working relationship with, hits us up and says, "Look, I've got a new brand." We'll say, "Yeah, all right, we'll pick it up," because we've got a working relationship with them. Whereas if there's something that we don't know, I mean, if that product perhaps was, as we just said before, a brand that we've never heard of, we don't know who it's owned by, we're not friends with them, then probably we're not going to hit it up, but we'll make exceptions for people like that as well. I just want to bring up what you said as well about the end consumer is there's a pre-workout that's quite hot on the market at the moment.
Oh, fuck.
And it was brought to us and we tried it and...
I didn't even try it. I looked at the formula. I said, this is fucking retarded.
A couple of the guys tried it, but looked at the formula. It's got
I don't like using that word, but
450 milligrams of caffeine, which... for our end consumer, it's just too much caffeine.
It's retarded.
Yeah, that's the thing is, and I've seen other companies pushing it and other companies saying how well it's selling. But the thing is, all right, we might get a few easy sales, but the end consumer, we don't want to be exposing them to 450 milligrams per serve. So
of course
we're not going to stock it.
It's fucking irresponsible. From an ethical perspective. Then the final thing that I'll look at, Tristan, is obviously the business component. So we need to look at the product margins. Does it make business sense to do this? We need to look at what MassiveJoes is going to get out of the relationship, whether it's from a brand exposure perspective. Can we do collaborative work with this brand? There is a big business piece that we need to look at because we're in business. So those are kind of the things that I look at with new brands. I will just mention, before we move on to the last question from the Buff Bobcat, is that we turn down a lot more brands than we say yes to. And really, if you look at 2019, how many brands have we said yes to this year?
Force Element.
Yep. Arms Race.
Force Element, and let's just say Force Element is because we've got a good working relationship with the owner, Nathan.
Yeah.
Arms Race is because it's Doug and Julian Smith.
Yeah. What else?
Can't think of anything else.
That's it. Yeah. First Form so that will be 3 brands in 1 year. Action Sledge was 2018, 3D was 2018. So in a whole year, we've said yes to 3 brands.
But then let's just go
3
back.
3 brands.
So 3D. 3D's there because of Christian Guzman and the marketing behind Christian. Action Sledge is Seth, and also we like the guys. We get along with them well. And that's the thing is, you have a meeting with some people and you just click with them.
Exactly.
Like, I want to do business with this guy because he's a fucking down-to-earth cool dude.
Straight up. So we say no to a lot more brands than we say yes to. Last question, of course, is going to the Buff Bobcat Pierre from Chester in the UK. What up, fellas? It's Pierre. I hope you're both well and healing nicely. My question this week is creatine. Do you know why monohydrate causes stomach upset in some people? I've tried to ignore it with some pre-workouts, but it definitely bothers me. HCl and malate versions of creatine are fine, but I would love to know what exactly causes this upset, considering monohydrate is the purest form. It bothers quite a few people, I know, and it's often the creatine of choice for many supplement brands. P.S. Are you at the Olympia this year? I'll be working up in the Vegas hills from the 15th if you guys fancy another epic training session. As always, stay massive. Pierre.
So it's due to the digestion of creatine. So creatine monohydrate is creatine bonded to a single hydrogen molecule. So the creatine is absorbed in the body, which is left with a single hydrogen molecule. Because it's unstable, it bonds to oxygen, which leaves H2O, which is water, obviously. Which obviously is not. And that's because of the digestion, it leaves that water, and then why people do get bloated and puffy and cause the upset stomach, because it's not digested easily. Whereas
generally speaking, it has a very high gastric load. It puts your gut under a lot of stress to digest creatine. Then you got the byproduct as well, creatinine.
Whereas you've got creatine hydrochloride, which is creatine bonded to a hydrochloric acid molecule, which is pH aligned with the stomach lining, which is just digested.
It's much easier to digest.
Easier because it's same pH as the stomach, so that's why you don't get those digestion issues with hydrochloride.
And the dosage is much smaller as well. So there's actually a lot less a lot less product for your body to digest. So a lot less gastric load. Olympia this year, unfortunately not. No. We're too fucking busy, man. We've got too much shit going on.
I can't train. I hate these things. We've been hit up a few times lately.
Things going on.
We've been hit up a few times lately with people training, wanting to train, and I can't train unless it's legs.
Pro League. We've just got everything happening. Friday Night Lights.
When's that coming up?
Next Friday. Before the posing workshop. Posing workshop.
Maybe the guys can stay back and clean.
Friday night. I would. Mate, you're cooking them a barbecue. I think you should say, listen, this is the new deal.
You going to come to this one?
Fuck yeah, I'm going to come to this one.
Didn't come to the last one.
Yeah, I couldn't make it.
Oh, yeah,
I had plans.
Yeah, I know those plans were.
Oh, do you? Yeah, you know what they were? Yeah.
I held down the fort, don't worry.
No, I know you did.
No one else rocked up. Steve was there.
Steve or Neve? Who's Steve? Big Neve. Do you have anything else you'd like to add before I tell the viewers to hit the subscribe button? Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn your post notifications on both on your mobile, your cell phone, and your desktop PC so you don't miss a beat when it comes to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel. Guys, that's a wrap for Weekly Word episode 164. Until next week, where we come and to and from Neve.
MassiveJoes.com.
Stay massive.
Thank you for tuning into this video. We hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to check out our latest upload and our recommended video, and be sure to subscribe to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel to stay up to date with all of our latest uploads.